announced today and what we've announced previously back at SummerSlam a couple weeks ago is our new single-player campaign, which is 30 Years of Wrestlemania mode. In a nutshell, what it is that players will be able to relive all the WrestleManias up to this point, up to 29, starting at WrestleMania 1, and playing through some of the handpicked matches that we've selected, the matches that I think that most fans will be familiar with in terms of their prestige and what they mean to the WWE. So it's a really cool mode for anybody that's up to date with the current WWE product, as well as for anybody who might have lost touch or kind of has an inkling to get back into it, just to see some of those old legends like King Kong Bundy or Ultimate Warrior, who's our pre-order bonus. If you pre-order the game, you get him, unlockable character. So I mean, that mode is incredible. As far as the gameplay improvements and refinements, we've slightly improved our reversal system. We've basically just done some tuning changes to it to make it, so that you can actually pull off some offense. Because we had, two skilled players, going at it in last year's game. So you kind of get stuck in these back and forth kind of tete-a-tete where it's like, I've got advantage, now you've got advantage, but it's like, I just want to pull up a move. So we've updated that so that now when you do reversal, instead of being put in a situation where you can try to do a move, you'll do a move of your own. It'll be a counterattack. We've added some brand new OMGs, which we introduced in last year's game. Things like being able to, perform a DDT your opponent on the apron, the edge of the apron. It looks and sounds it's painful as it sounds. But for me, the one gameplay thing that's got me the most excited are the catapult finishers. And what these are is that we have, certain superstars are able to perform their finishers against an opponent in midair. So it just makes their finishers that much more lethal, and it never gets old, shooting somebody in the air and hitting them in the face with a super kick or sweet chin music. It's satisfying, the most satisfying way to end the match. And as far as the controls go, the controls are pretty much unchanged from last year. So if anybody's familiar with last year's game, they can, get 2K14 and be right at home and familiar with how the game controls. Grapple is still on the A button, striking is still on the X button. So yeah, nothing too drastic has been changed to controls at all. Everything from the biggest detail, the superstars themselves, the camera presentation, the on-screen graphics, everything is faithfully recreated for our normal exhibition matches. And even more so for our new single-player campaign, which is 30 Years of Wrestlemania mode, which covers WrestleMania starting from WrestleMania 1 all the way to 29. And I think that's where you'll really see the biggest influence as far as how we've been able to up the presentation even further than what we've done previously. Especially when we start playing like those early WrestleMania matches, like WrestleMania 1 and 2. One of the first things you'll notice is the special kind of screen filter that we have to make the screen kind of have that grainy kind of early 80s, or not HD, standard depth feel to it. So I mean, from that to again the on-screen graphics, like you can put that match, the actual match, up next to what we've done in the game, and it's spot on. As far as the 30th WrestleMania mode, we're using the King and JR for commentary, and we're doing that for a lot of reasons. One, some of the guys that did commentary during the actual matches either are no longer here with us, or for whatever reason we just weren't able to get them. So think of it more or less as, you buy a WWE DVD and they have like an old match and they have new commentary, guys speaking over it. It's kind of that approach. But during that mode, we have commentary that's written specifically for each match. So it'll sound and echo, basically just like how it was actually called. Because it hits a lot of the same beats, like you perform certain objectives, they'll talk about it, so it really pulls you in. As far as us being acquired by 2K Sports, I mean, what that means to me and my team and everybody working on this franchise, it honestly just means that we're with a company now that's got, that's wholly behind us, giving us nothing but their support to, especially during this game, with all the stuff that went down with my prior, company. They acquired us and they gave us all the tools that we needed to be able to get this game, out on release date, on our intended release date, which is October 29th. 2K Sports, they're known for their high quality games. So, being partnered with them, like I think the future of this franchise is in the best possible hands. Because they're going to push us in the right ways to get this game, to the levels, like beyond the levels we can even dream of. To make it be the wrestling game to beat all wrestling games.